Jimmy on the pod, solo act, no quitting. Madhouse bar talk, where the drinks stay spitting. Views going wild like a monkey gone rogue, running his own lane in a circus of smoke. Guido hit the eject, dipped out the scene. Jimmy steered the chaos, kept it lean and mean, no co-pilot needed. He thrives in the clash, controversies, the stash, raking views with a dash. Madness on the mic, sipping truth like it's gin. Every episode's a fight, who's the champ of the spin? Randoms on the stool, spill tales from the void. Jimmy plays the villain, but the people stay buoyed. Solo flight, no wingman, just the heat. Questions unscripted, got him squirming in the seat. Joe Rogan whispers, but Jimmy got roar. Clickbait machetes hacking straight to the core. Bar feels alive when the topics get steamy. Listeners keep clicking, saying this fool's dreamy. Drama be the fuel, chaos be the plan. Welcome to the Madhouse, hosted by one madman. Podcast is a wrestling ring, Jimmy's the champ. Randoms get grilled under the ring light lamp. Got foes and fans, but the numbers don't lie. Keep it raw and uncut till the Wi-Fi dies. Yeah.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I guess we are going to actually do, who knew we were going to do a podcast, joking around saying I was going to do it by myself. And now here we are. I am going to do one by myself. I don't know what else to do. Guido has bailed. I suspect it's because of the songs. You can remember the last episode that we were on together. We had put up that we were going to make a whole album, and we were going to do it with songs about people that work at the bar and customers in the bar. And it's an AI soundtrack that you just punch in a few things and it shoots out a song. And it shoots out a lot of pretty good ones, actually. It was quite impressive, the songs that came out of there. But they're funny. I mean, we're asking for comedic rap, you know what I mean, when we're writing in the song. And I put in comedic rap and we put in songs, and apparently Guido did not like his. But he told me when I sent it to him that it was insulting, and I said, well, they're all insulting, I think. They all seem insulting to me. And but I didn't post it. But then, for whatever reason, I found out later on that I actually posted it on my private page, like on my personal page. Not on Madhouse Bar Talk or Bar and Grill where I posted the rest of them. Somehow I must have, when he said that, decided not to post it, but somehow it got posted on, because I was getting ready to post it when he said that. And at any rate, if that's what made him mad, it's what made him mad. And with Guido, he doesn't give up very lightly. I mean, once he gets mad, that's it. He just cuts you out. That's it. End of story. We're done. So apparently he's mad about the song, and I really didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was quite kind of funny. I thought the one she made about me was a lot worse, and definitely thought that Kyle and Timmy's were worse than his were, but either way, so now it's only going to be me and probably going to have to do, interviews, which I like doing the interviews, so that would work out good. And Guido never wanted involved in the interviews anyways, usually. He usually bailed on the interviews for us. So that's that. That being said, for the week, let's talk about what happened for the week. Well, my truck's been acting a fool. Chevy is a piece of shit. Don't ever buy a Chevy, as far as I'm concerned. I haven't bought a Chevy since 2001. The last time I bought a Chevy, I had bought 2 GMC pickup trucks and a Tahoe for my company when I had James Interiors. And the 2 GMC trucks I had, the one had like a security light that would come on and then just wouldn't start. And I mean, it'd do it at the most inconvenient times. It did it to me one time in, I can't remember, I want to say Youngstown or Warren, something. It was way out there. I don't remember exactly where. It was deep, though. Did it to me once there. It did it to me about 4 or 5 different times. And I would take it to the car dealership every time. But the thing is, unbeknownst to me, the car dealership at the time with that GMC kept writing something different. Instead of writing that it was the security light and wouldn't start, they would write different things each time I brought it in. So then, like after I noticed that on the 3rd time, because I thought, well, I should be getting a lemon law. The 3rd time I noticed that it wasn't the same thing because I said something to him and he goes, oh no, it's been in here for this and this and this, but never this. And I'm like, oh, come on, dude, this is bullshit. So then I started making sure that when I got my paperwork, it was written exactly as I said it was. And oddly enough, when I went in for the 3rd time with the exact writing, exactly what I wanted it to say, when I came in for that one, as I came in and took it in, when I got it back, it always started. But it was weird because it wouldn't start on the first bump. I would have to bump it once, wouldn't start, then turn the key off, then boom, hit it, and the second one it would start every time. So I don't know if they hot-wired the fuel injection system or I'm not sure what the hell they did. They definitely did something because it didn't do that before that. And I had the same exact truck. It never did any of that. I had 2 of those. The other one, though, and mind you, just to be clear about that, that was like a month or like 2 months in owning that truck. It was it was right when the Vortec engines came out. And it was 2 months in that I was having those issues. Now, the other GMC truck, which they were identical trucks, but apparently one was manufactured in Michigan and one was manufactured in Mexico. The one that was manufactured in Mexico had issues with the transmission. The transmission went out and had to be rebuilt on it 3 times total. And the 3rd time we found out it was because they put the towing packages on those trucks, but they never changed the towing forks inside the transmission. So every time it literally got stuck in snow, and it was just from that you would throw your transmission and have to rebuild the damn thing. Happened 3 times on that truck. And it wasn't brand new when that one happened, but it still pissed me off because there was no reason for it, especially when you had a truck with tow package on it. You know, back then, it was like right when they first started, you would drive it and then you would click the tow package button or tow button when you had something on the truck. Tow haul, I think it was tow haul it was called. And when you had something on the truck, it would change basically your shifting patterns or something like that in the transmission. But either way, it was very much a pain in the ass because it went out. Although the transmission was perfect on the other truck. So one had one problem, one had the other problem. And the Tahoe we had was at the time too. I bought a Tahoe. It was a LT auto ride. It was right when they first came out with that new design of the Tahoes that were like kind of bubbled or whatever. And we got like the textbook one. I mean, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful truck. But it just kind of felt loose and sloppy, and and I was just like, you know what? I'm never buying Chevy again. Fast forward now, that was 2000. So now we're 25 years later that we're looking at trucks. And it turns out I was looking for one that had like a 6-foot bed. That was the big thing for me because I had already told Carvana I would sell them the Raptor. They had offered me $53 on the Raptor. I only paid $63 for the Raptor. Had it 4 years. It was definitely go ahead and get rid of that thing because you're just not going to buy a truck in this day and age and drive it for $2,500 a year unless you get something and drive it forever. And with computer type vehicles, I don't know that that's a real possibility anymore. I mean, maybe some of the diesels and stuff, but the computers and stuff they just tend to go out. They're just problematic. I mean, it's not basic. Like, you know, somebody needs to build a basic truck again, just get rid of all that shit and just carburetors, spark plugs, wires. I mean, just something that's simple and easy to use and that we can work on and make it last forever. And by the way, it wouldn't cost half as much. But anyways, so I'm looking for a truck that's got a 6-foot bed and a quad cab because I want a quad cab and a 6-foot bed at least. And the only one I could find was this Chevy Trail Boss that I have. And I mean, it nice looking truck, had the long bed, has all the options you'd want. But man, right from the moment I bought it, and I've had it a year now, I've been bitching about it. It's just, I mean, the auto high beams don't seem to work correctly. I mean, the Ford Raptors were spot on. They worked exactly as they should. Things unlocking itself in the driveway. I got to go inside. I can't get into the screen to see like my center console screen. I can't see that screen unless I punch in a pin, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I don't want to punch in a pin every time I get in my damn truck. And then like all of a sudden, like a month ago, I started having weird shit go on. Like all of a sudden now, like the lock, when I press the button, you know, because it's keyless entry. So it was nice on the Raptor, because the Raptor, you would press the button to lock the doors on the outside of it. But when you grab the handle, just grabbing the handle would unlock it. So it was basically the sensors were on the back side. So you'd grab the handle and it'd unlock it. This one, the button is, you press the same one that you would lock it to unlock it. All of a sudden, a month ago, it just quit working. It doesn't unlock, although it will lock. So you'll hit the key and unlock it. And then once you hit the key to unlock it, you'll go to grab it and you'll accidentally touch that little button and it'll lock. Oh, it's so annoying. I mean, I know it sounds like keyless entry shouldn't be annoying, but it can be annoying when it's supposed to work and you just want it to do what it's supposed to do. And by the way, you spend $67,000 on a truck, it should work, period. That's just that everything should work. That's an outrageous amount of money that I did not want to spend on a truck that's just not doing what it's supposed to do. So, but anyways, either way, so that started happening. Then all of a sudden, it started when I would get a text, the text would just read out loud. Like somebody would, it used to say, you know, it would pop up on your screen and then it would ask, do you want to read it to you? All of a sudden, it just started reading text to me. Like every text that came through, it would just read it out loud to me. Every single text, just out loud, no prompting you, nothing. It would just read it out loud. Very annoying also. That's another thing that was very annoying. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'm figuring, there's got to be a setting that I can hit or change or whatever it is. But at that point, it's just not working. So I'm not figuring it out, I should say. I can't find it. But either way, okay, so these little things, I'm just like, okay, I'm dealing with it. And all of a sudden, like 2 weeks ago, I go over and I'm doing this job in Oberlin, and I'm in the middle of putting up these Nichia panels that we had already done the project, but the column got hit and we had to bump it. Somebody had bumped it, so we had to tear them out, replace one panel, and put it all back together. So I go over there and do it. I get stuck in the rain. As I get stuck in the rain, I got one piece left to put in, and it's the piece I'm going to cut. So I hurry up, and I'm like, I jump in the truck. I close the truck bed. I jump in the truck, and I'm waiting out the rain. Well, the rain starts coming down real bad. I got a ladder out there. I'm like, this thing's going to tip into me. This is just not going to be good. So I go, fuck it, and I just start gathering everything up. I put it in the truck. I closed the tailgate, which I thought I closed it before I went into my truck. And when I came out, it was open. I thought, I must not have got it closed. So when I put everything away, I made sure it was closed this time, because at this point, I had already tried to close it, went inside, and then I noticed it was open. I go, what the hell? I must not have got it closed all the way. So this time I made sure that I got it closed all the way. 100% it was closed all the way. I drive off. I come home. My wife goes, why is your tailgate down? I'm like, oh my God, what? It's down? I go, holy shit. I said, did I not get it closed again? And I walk out there. I'm looking to see if anything fell out. Nothing fell out. And I close the tailgate. A few minutes later, she says it's open again. I'm like, what the hell? So this was like 2 weeks ago. Probably that day, like 6 times my tailgate opens. And it's just opening on its own. All of a sudden it stops. Everything's fine. I don't have any more issues so far. It's just, I was starting to think maybe it got wet, which is a ridiculous thing, because I've got a tonneau cover on it, but a tailgate should be able to get wet. I mean, I mean, if you don't get a tailgate or if you're not, I mean, that's what it's there for. So it definitely should be able to get wet. But I'm thinking maybe something like was grounding bad and it got wet. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I have no clue what it is. So as I'm going through that for the week, all of a sudden it starts. The lights are flashing like as if somebody hit the lock unlock button. The lights are flashing on it, and it just keeps doing it all day. Then all of a sudden the tailgate starts coming down again, and that's all day. This happened all damn day Thursday. It would not stay up. I would close it, it would pop open. I mean, pretty fast. I mean, it wasn't instantaneously, but it was within 10 minutes it would come back down. It would just open itself up. And then when you give up and just leave it down, the lights were flashing a little bit here and there, like somebody hit the unlock button. I'm going, what the hell's going on? Trying to figure it out. I can't figure the damn thing out. What the hell happened? What's going on with it? So yesterday I go, well, with the tailgate coming down all the time and stuff, even though it hadn't went down yet, I go, I'm just going to take the bike. So I take the bike yesterday. It was a nice day. I mean, it's cold a little bit, but it was nice enough. So I take the bike, I come back, I come home yesterday, tailgate never dropped, it was still up. Whenever I came back, I go, wow, okay, maybe it was getting wet. Trying to figure it out again in my head. I'm just trying to figure it out. Meanwhile, I've made an appointment with Spitzer, but they can't get me in there till next Wednesday because they're so busy. I suspect because all their vehicles are pieces of shit and they can't get them fixed. But this morning, I jump in the truck to go grab it because I was thinking I'd grab the pressure washer. I had to go to the marina, unwrap the boat. I was going to take the pressure washer with me, all that stuff. And I get out in the truck and the motherfucker won't start. I mean, this truck is a year old and it will not start. It acts like it wants to turn over, and then it just won't start. When I did that enough times that it just eventually I don't know if the battery was dead ahead of time, which I don't know why the battery would be dead in a 1-year-old truck. If that's the case, that's ridiculous. But I'll tell you, when I opened up the battery cover, to get to the positive terminal, I was like, it was wild. It's like there's all kinds of shit on top of that positive terminal. It's pretty wild. I never seen nothing that extreme. Even my Harley, I thought I had a lot above but not like that. That thing it's just packed with shit above the battery on the positive terminal side. And then there's like a wing that comes up. You got to slide and you can get to this wing. I guess that's what you're supposed to jump it with. I suspect jumping with it would be a bad idea. You probably would ruin it by doing that. But at any rate, it doesn't want to start. So now I've got a brand new truck, 1-year-old, 10,000 miles on it. It doesn't want to start. And that's as annoying as anything could ever be. Okay. So I'm annoyed. I get to work. I'm annoyed. I'm already annoyed. I mean, and I rightfully so. I've got all this money invested in this truck. It doesn't want to start. Those of you that are on my personal Facebook, you've probably already seen that I posted something about it because I was annoyed. And I'm in a bad mood. I'm already in a bad mood. So then I come up here, and that one guy that comes in, he starts getting on me about my glasses. Like, dude, why do you care about my glass? Like, don't worry about my glasses. Like, and it's real cocky about it. Like, what you should do. Like, beat it. Don't worry. I don't care what glasses you got on. Don't care what glasses I got on. It's just an annoyance, which granted now I'm already in a bad mood for the truck. So I probably was a little more annoyed with that than I should have been, but he's a quite annoying guy. When he's drinking heavy, he could be annoying. Which, I mean, that's the bar business. I mean, we deal with that on a constant basis. So that goes on. So then as that goes on, I'm dealing with that. Then all of a sudden I decide, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go put the lights on the underside of the bar. So I bring the lights out on the bar because we weren't open yet. It was like 2:45 or something like that. Like, it shouldn't take long. And I'm like, I'm going to go buy some super glue. I went and got that J&B glue or whatever. I was going to glue it underside of it, And so I put the lights on the bar and I head over to the dollar store to buy some super glue. And I find the gel J&B. I'm like, this is perfect. I come back, and when I come back, there's about 40 bikers here. So there's no chance I'm doing that. Of course, my bartender isn't there on time yet because Allie she's just not good at coming on time, I guess. She thinks everybody loves her, but I mean, people just want a beer, honestly. They don't really care about anything else. And when you're not here to give it to them, it makes it pretty tough. So anyways, they were all here. Great group of guys. Dirt and Grime is who it was. I guess they were going for something, some kind of tribute or something that they were putting out. So they decided to stop in, and they're a great bunch of guys. So we got them all taken care of. I got the patio opened up for them, puts the umbrellas out, all that stuff. And then I thought maybe I'll put the lights on, but then after they left, but as soon as they left, people started filling in. So the lights did not get put on the patio today. Maybe they'll get put on tomorrow. I was thinking tomorrow I might have to go unwrap the boat, but my son-in-law unwrapped the boat for me today, so that was awesome of him. That saves me some work because they're going to put it in the water Wednesday, which is exciting. But which is the day that I got to take the truck to get it serviced, which is not exciting. Because, the whole reason you want a new truck is so you don't have to spend any time at the service garage. I mean, that's the biggest reason, or you don't have to do any repairs. I mean, the main reason you buy a new truck instead of buying an older truck is to make sure that it's reliable and you can get where you need to go. And that's it. That's the main reason. That's the biggest reason of them all. And I don't get to enjoy that reasoning, unfortunately. So that happened. I decided to get against that. Then all of a sudden, a group comes in. They're sitting on the patio, and apparently one of them's coming after the bartender, like talking Matt. I guess she knew her or something. So it looked like they were going to cause problems. So I ended up hanging around there for that. It's been a weird kind of day, but they weren't. They didn't cause any problems. Had they caused problems, I could have thrown them out and been over with. But they weren't. They just kind of, the way they came across was weird. And so it just, the whole thing was, you can't be too careful. You don't want to mess around with anything and take a chance that something's going to happen as soon as you leave. So I'm hanging out for that. And then I decide now I've been here all day, so I might as well do this podcast. So get this knocked out of the way, because I don't have to come at 8 a.m. if I'm not doing it live, and I don't have Guido to meet up with or anything. So I figured, what the hell, I'll do this today, get it pre-recorded, and then I can release it tomorrow morning, or maybe I'll even release it tonight. Who cares? Whichever way I want to do it, I can do it. It don't much matter. It's just whatever I want to do. It's kind of cool. Kind of like that. I'm on my own schedule. So at any rate, that's what happened today. Now, our last podcast we did, I sat down with Don and Danielle, who are the ones that were running the golf disc course, which we're going to do July 19th. We're going to do a little tournament for Madhouse Bar and Grill up at Oakwood Park. It's called the Squirrel's Nest. And yesterday, me and Dylan decided to take a walk. And actually, my father-in-law came a little late, but he came and did it with us too, and to see how it was going to go. And let me just tell you, not as easy to throw as you would think. We were they were not seeming like moving these discs. We went to Walmart and just got maybe you buy better disc, maybe it helps, but I'm pretty sure our technique is not there. So I don't know. I need some practice throwing these disc things because I was watching Don and his buddies when they were throwing it, and they were zipping them suckers, man. They were throwing them 300 yards. We might have been getting 100, 110, or not 300 yards, 300 feet. So, I mean, we might have been getting 100 feet, maybe, something like that, maybe 120. Might have got a good one out and got 150 here and there, but most of them, I would say, were under 100 feet. So it's not as easy as it looks. And it was a lot of exercise. It was a lot of fun. And it wasn't a hot day, and I sweated pretty good even for it not being a hot day. So, I mean, it definitely, I think, would be worth it, especially if you're looking for something to do and it's exercise. You're not really worried about it. I mean, tournaments and stuff, that's if you get serious about it. But I mean, as far as just, going in every day and just, or not every day, but going there a couple times a week and running a course and getting some good exercise in. And, I think it's better than just walking the park, I would think. Seems like it to me anyways. I enjoyed it, and Dylan definitely wants to do it again, so we'll be back to do it again. And plus we've got the tournament that's going to happen on July 19th. So anybody who wants to do that tournament, though, what you want to do is you're going to go sign up for the app, which he has. The app is UDisc. And the UDisc app was pretty cool because when we got to the park, basically the UDisc app shows you your golf course. It's like your map of the golf course, because there's not like the tee boxes are there and they're kind of aimed where the flag is, but it's not like a normal golf course where you have like a slight map of that hole on the tee sign. So you're really going to want to have like the UDisc app so that you can just kind of look at your map, see what's next, where to go next, all that type of stuff. Because it's not, they are marked, but the first time out there, it'll be a little rough. A few times out, I'm sure you probably wouldn't even never have to look at that app, but at least the first time you'd want to do it. But also the UDisc app is where we can sign up for this tournament on July 19th. So you just go and you register for it. You don't have to pay till the day of the event, he said, but you just register so they know who all's going to be there and all that stuff, and it's set up. And then I guess it's a random, so what'll happen is, what he was saying is that it'll be everybody will put their name in a hat and they'll pick partners like that. So you could end up with somebody that's super talented. You could end up with somebody that's as bad as I am. So I think we'll have fun though, and it'll be the opening of the Bar Olympics. We'll do that at 9 a.m. that July 19th, and then we'll move right over here and start the Bar Olympics at that point, right at 11 o'clock, I guess. We'll do it pretty early that day. Or maybe we'll drink a little bit and then we'll do the Bar Olympics. We'll see. I guess I'll have to have time to set up the Bar Olympics. So, yeah, we'll probably do it that way. And maybe just to have a couple things for the Bar Olympics here and some prizes and all that good stuff. It'll be fun. It'll be a good day. Last time we did the Bar Olympics was a lot of fun, I thought. Even though I lost because of a shitty judge. My referee was horrible. He was the worst referee ever. He was drunk as shit. I don't know how he got that drunk, but actually I do. It was my wife feeding him freaking every alcohol in one glass, I think, or something like that. Yeah, it was fun, and I think it'll be fun, and I think this adds a little bit to it. I think it'll be a lot of fun that way. So again, July 19th, and the app is UDisc. UDisc is the app, which the app I think is way better than going on a website. I think the UDisc app is just the way to go, I think. And if you start doing it at the UDisc app, it'll show you other courses in the other areas too. So if you want to go check them out and try them in your own areas, or if you're just want to try a different course, it would be something that would be fun. But we had fun with it. And we enjoyed it. It was exercise, definitely. And for a fat guy like me, it definitely put me in some sweat. I started sweating pretty good, and that was on a nice cool day. So a hot day, that's gonna really put some stink on you, I would think. And also this week we got a new pope, an American pope. The joke everybody's running is that, Trump's tariffs are working, even the Pope is American, made in America. I guess he's from Chicago. They've seen some interviews with his brother, and his brother says that he's a White Sox fan, even though there was rumors going around he was a Cubs fan. His brother says no, he was a White Sox fan. But I'm not sure how it works. I keep hearing centric, but then I hear some right-wing people saying that he's not centric at all. So I don't know how that's going to work. Who knows? He's young enough that he could be the Pope for a while. And the Pope just goes until he's dead. Like, that's it, right? That's your job now for the rest of your life. It's kind of like a Supreme Court judge, right? So these guys he'll be the Pope until he goes, and he's not living a dangerous, strenuous life. So I wouldn't, and not unless, didn't somebody try to shoot John Paul? I think somebody tried to shoot John Paul. I think, if I remember right, I think there was something that went on. So that could be dangerous. But it's kind of exciting that there's an American Pope, I guess. I mean, I'm not even Catholic, so I don't even know why it matters to me. But, I mean, I guess it's cool, I guess. I mean, it's never happened before. I find it odd that this is when, like, it seems like everybody hates America, and then that's when we make the Pope American. Like, that seems a little odd. You know, like, I don't know. It just seems like it would be like if they made the Pope from Germany in 1946. That's how I feel right now. Not that we're Hitler and we're the Nazis, but it seems like everybody kind of hates us at this point. Or I don't know if they hate us per se. I don't know, but it sure seems like everybody's against America and our values for whatever reason. I don't know where it comes from, but it definitely, or maybe it's just us rednecks. I don't know. Maybe rednecks are the ones that everybody hates. Maybe they like the rest of them, just not rednecks. But yeah, that's the big news. And every time you turn on the news station, that's what you see. You just see it over and over and over again. And the cool thing you keep seeing, like on all the social medias, is all these podcasters as baby cartoons. Them are hilarious. That's some good shit right there. Like Theo Vaughn and Joe Rogan as cartoons. That's I love it. That's, to me, is one of the funniest shit I've ever seen. I die laughing at that. I did have something else I wanted to bring up. I'm trying to think what it was right now. Let me see if I put any notes in here. It says rough not having like Guido to kick back off of. Makes it a little rougher, but we'll figure it out, I guess. What else did I have listed here? Nothing. I got an empty podcast notes. How's that? So I really wasn't ready for this. But I did, one of the weird things I did see is that that Channel 5 newscast, like the weather guy from Channel 5, this dude has been there forever, and they're bailing on him. They're like, and Channel 5 put out a statement saying that something about, like, was it his values or their morals or something like that, where like, it sounds like it's pretty bad in their end, like the way they see it anyways. And it's so up in the air and nobody knows what the hell happened. I'm curious what it is that, is there going to be some news story he was touching kids, or is it going to be like he said something in a newscast that they didn't like that was, either pro Ukraine or pro Israel or pro Palestine or something, and they didn't agree with it? Or I don't understand what it is. I really don't have a clue what it is, but that is pretty bizarre for somebody who's been here 30 years. You would think it would be more than something he said on air, because you would think, first of all, if he's been there 30 years, he knows what to say on air. I would think you would know by then what to say on air. And then you would think that also that would be like what Christy Capel said, jigaboos or whatever, and they didn't get rid of her, and she was their front caster and said jigaboo. So I mean, what could it possibly be that he said that could be so bad? Although that's Channel 5, Channel 19, that's two different companies. I get it, but I'm just saying, what could be so bad that they would, get rid of it, to get rid of a 30-year employee on it? That's pretty wild to think. So I'm kind of looking forward to see what happens with that. Kind of got me wondering. And then I'm looking at like the weather schedule that's coming up, and we do want to start scheduling some events. And I know the big thing that we're going to schedule for next Saturday is we're going to do it. And I think Tex wants to start it right at 11 a.m. He wants to start it, but it's, that Bill that passed away, that was one of our regulars, the one that, for anybody who watches our TikToks, they would have seen him on the TikTok where he's pulling the tabs and everybody's giving me shit because they thought I was making fun of him. But the whole thing was just a big setup that we did, but it got a bunch of views and everybody got mad at me. But Bill loved being on that, by the way. But Tex wants to do a benefit for him. So we're going to do one next Saturday at 11 o'clock. And I'm going to post it on Facebook, so it'll be out there. I'll get it posted on there. Tex is going to do brisket. We're going to try and get some baskets. If anybody would like to donate a basket, we would appreciate it. And all the proceeds, because we haven't really, his family really hasn't, we haven't talked to them. As far as we know, they haven't come up to even collect any of his things or try and sell the house or any of that stuff. So we don't know exactly what's going on with them. And I believe that Bill owned this house, owned his I think he's got enough money there for them. So what we were coming up with is that we're going to take the money and donate it to the Animal Protective League, since he did lose Bear when he died. He lost Bear also. So we're going to do it in Bear's name to the Animal Protective League. So it's going to be briskets. It'll be next Saturday. Should be a good time. We're going to have fun with it, and we're going to celebrate Bill, and I think everybody will enjoy it if they come out. I think that'll be that'll be I guess that's our first event really for the summer. And then we got a party bus going on the 24th. So that's only 2 weeks away from today. We'll be going out on a party bus, a big group of us, for Mike Ogle to celebrate him not being a father. And that's what's going on around here so far right now. I do have to get that post up there so that everybody can see it. But if you go look for it, it'll be on Madhouse's page, and I'll pin it to the top, and I'll make sure I put something up there about Bill, and then who to contact if you want to get a basket out or anything of that nature. I know we're going to do one basket. I know I've heard of 4 other people who are going to do baskets. So we'll definitely do baskets. We'll probably do a 50-50. Like I said, he's going to have the brisket, which, man, if you've ever had Texas brisket, it's worth the trip right there just in itself. That's a good brisket. Probably one of the better briskets I've ever had. Not to take anything away from Don that was at my marina, because that dude could do some shit with a brisket, just saying. But Texas is right there with it. And you know who else actually makes one, believe it or not, that's actually pretty good? Is Keith. Keith makes a good brisket too. I was shocked at how good his brisket was. So, anyways, so that'll be the thing. It'll be next Saturday. I hope everybody comes out. I hope we get a good crowd. Bill's definitely missed here, and we'll definitely miss him in the future and going forward, sadly. What else do I have that I got going on around here? Trying to think what else we got. I know that this week we should have all our bartenders should be back in full scale. So the patio, right as the weather's breaking, the patio should be open every day at 3 o'clock like it always was. Except for today's alley scheduled, because it'll be probably like 3:30 or 4. Who knows? I don't know. It's hard to say. But we will be having a bartender out there all week. Should have no problem with that, making the schedule this week. So stop out and enjoy some of this nice weather. That's for sure. It'll be a good day to do it. Maybe you'll see me in a new truck. That'd be nice. I wish. I hope. Tired of this piece of shit that I'm driving. I don't know what else there is but you know what that sucks is that I missed the part that's missing with having a partner on here is the humor of it. And I don't get to make fun of nobody or laugh or anything. It's bullshit. I mean, what do I do with that? I don't know. I need to get interviews. We'll be getting more interviews, and I just don't want nobody left short-handed, because we're always there Sunday morning. We're not they're going to be there this Sunday morning, and without just disappearing, I want to make sure you understand what's going on. I believe, when I say that, I believe that's what it is the song that was made for him. I believe that's why he's mad. I don't know 100%. Maybe something else happened that I'm unaware of. But the only thing I knew of was that song. So I would hope that song wouldn't have been enough to cause an issue with him. But it's possible. I mean, it's very possible. Who knows? I mean, he gets mad and he don't even bat an eye. He just walks away, which sucks, because we've been friends a long time. Then we've been doing the podcast. It's been doing good, and I thought we were going to have a lot of fun. And this DJ night, I thought was going to be a blast. We've got some really funny songs that are on there. we were dying at some of the songs that we got on here for the podcast. And I was excited to get those off and running, and we were going to put them out here and go over everyone, and that was the plan anyways. We were going to do a whole podcast where we're just going over all of them. But all right, well, I'm running out of shit to talk about, so I'm going to get out of here. You guys don't give up on us. We'll get us some better podcasts going out, something funnier, something a little worth listening to, I would say. Hopefully. I hope. Who knows? I don't know. Either that or I'll become a news at 5, which I don't want to do that. I like just bullshit. And that's, to me, I have more fun when we just bullshit talk. You know what I mean? Just bullshit about whatever's going on. To me, that's a lot better podcast. And that means that we're going to have to do some interviews with people. So, and we will. I know I do have an interview coming up with Joe Miller, which he's a state representative. That's coming up pretty soon. So that'll be, and I think that's the end of this month. So that's one I know that'll be good for sure. And I'll try and get another one out this week during the week, where I sit down with a surprise guest. And then I want to get back to interviewing the girls in here too. You know, I end up, maybe some of the cooks, I don't know. But the girls, that's how we started out originally. We were going to interview all the girls, and then it just I don't know, it never happened. So we interviewed a couple, and then it stopped. Maybe 3, I think we interviewed at one time. And then it just kind of went, and it was gone. So hopefully that's what'll happen. And just hang in there. We'll have fun. All right. Peace.
Welcome to the Madhouse, hosted by one madman.
Jimmy on the pod, solo act, no quitting. Madhouse bar talk, where the drinks stay spitting. Views going wild like a monkey gone rogue, running his own lane in a circus of smoke. Guido hit the eject, dipped out the scene. Jimmy steered the chaos, kept it lean and mean, no co-pilot needed. He thrives in the clash, controversies, the stash, raking views with a dash. Madness on the mic, sipping truth like it's gin. Every episode's a fight, who's the champ of the spin? Randoms on the stool, spill tales from the void. Jimmy plays the villain, but the people stay buoyed. Solo flight, no wingman, just the heat. Questions unscripted, got him squirming the seat. Joe Rogan whispers, but Jimmy got roar. Clickbait machetes hacking straight to the core. Bar feels alive when the topics get steamy. Listeners keep clicking saying this fool's dreamy. Drama be the fuel, chaos be the plan. Welcome to the Madhouse, hosted by one madman.
Peace.